Welcome to SBSparts.com Kolpin RZR Rear Dust Panel and Shield install video. The first step in the install is to place the lower shield up behind the rear plastics behind the seat. Once in place, install the hardware and plungers into the holes behind the seats and secure the rear dust panel in place. Once the hardware is installed, the plungers should be put in place in the holes that go into the rear cargo bed. Once those plungers and the hardware are in place, tighten everything down. Next, install the clamps on the cage going into the bed. Once the clamps are installed, install the outer clamps over them, and then install the hardware to hold the rear panel on. Once the clamps are in place, tighten all hardware down, and then move on to the hardware that holds the panel in place behind the seats. Repeat on the other side and with the clamp in the middle. Once the lower clamps are in place, move the windshield in place and install the hardware on the upper windshield against the cage. When finished tightening down the hardware, don't forget using the plastic washers, and then move on to the other side, installing the hardware on that side. Once the top hardware is all installed, move on to the side clamps that hold the windshield to the side of the cage. Once all of the hardware is in place, go around and tighten up all of the clamp hardware. When you're finished with that, install the lower gasket between the windshield and the lower cage. Once the entire gasket is in place, you can trim up the parts of the gasket that are exposed between the holes in the windshield. This will prevent dirt from collecting in those spots. Thank you for watching SBS Parts Kolpin RZR Rear Dust Panel and Rear Dust Shield installation video. For the best parts and fast shipping on all parts for your Polaris RZR, visit www.sbsparts.com.